he is froze again. So we're not going to wait. Robo-Bill is back.
Hey,
we're going back to the future.
He just looks like
He looks so happy and peaceful.
Yeah, man. He looks so
does.
pumped.
He does. He's like, yes, I got my internet back. And then,
looks like he's looking at a Playboy or something, man.
We're live, by the way.
Better call Saul.
Better call Saul. Hey, what's up? Look who's back, everybody. Look who's back on his own channel, on his own live show. Oh.
This guy?
Yeah. Why don't you take the floor?
Hey, guys. How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys had a nice Christmas. Merry Xmas. Merry holidays. Happy New Year.
Yeah, see, We609 said, oh, shit, Steve is actually doing his own show.
Hey, man, I'm sorry. But you know what? I appreciate what you guys did for me.
Bill, you're pissing me off. Sorry, Bill's pissing me off. Now he's got 2 fucking things up here. So now everybody's shit got really fucked up.
Hey,
damn it, Bill.
Fictitious character said Bill discovered Pornhub.
All my shit.
I didn't know you had a twin, Bill.
Yeah, what the hell?
See, that one picture just looks so peaceful and happy.
2 Bill Coopers in the same damn chat.
Yeah. That's too many Bill Coopers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, delete one.
Now
Wait, can we just have videos of Bill with all our voices in his? I think that would be awesome.
I'm trying to get rid of his damn picture, his damn Robo Bill looking like he just saw his first pair of titties over there, but it won't go away.
It's like he's going in, man.
Dude. Bill. What the hell? You're stuck. There's 2 of you. One of you is hard enough. What the?
Yeah. Dude, I actually shut down my computer before I opened it on my phone.
Hey, at least only one's talking.
I feel bad for everybody watching. All right. Phyllis is in the building. Oh, I'll let Steve do the shout outs. I'm sorry, Steve.
Yeah, so I'm very excited to be back. There's a lot of people in the chat. You got Dustin Kendall, Alan Jones, Rebuilt. Well, you're in the video. Charlie, Philly Vapes, Gregory Turner, Cloud King Cody, Sheena Blomberg, and fictitious character, of course. We 0609. And yeah, I think that's about it. We got Mailman Vapes 2. And yeah, Louis Nicolette.
Woo! So Steve,
that's a lot of people.
Steve doesn't even know his guests. So
yeah.
Maybe
I've been live on your show, and
my first time meeting you guys, but it is very nice to meet you.
Yeah, Ryan's been live on your show, yet you don't know each other.
Oh,
really like ripping into him, man.
Yeah,
I know, man. I'm like, I might as well just go back to jail, as someone put it.
Give him a break, will you?
We are.
Hey, it's the holiday season. Give me
leave it to Scott. Leave it to Scott over here. Come on, Scott. Let us have our fun, man. Playing dad.
After me now?
For everybody asking, Steve is my second cousin. If anybody is curious,
we are related through I don't even know how, but it's someone.
Yo, can I see that little chin thing you got going on, Steve?
What's up?
That little chin thing you got going on. Can I see that again?
Hey, man.
Welcome to puberty, buddy.
He was giving us shit for giving you shit, man. He's the one going him.
He felt left out.
Oh, he felt left out.
He was waiting for the body blows, and he came in for the fucking KO. Huh?
Yo, take the sticker.
That's okay. Hey,
come on.
I'm happy to be back, and I would happily take this every Monday.
Where have you been?
I got family in. My girl's family's in from out of country, so I've been spending time, and it's just been very busy in my schedule. I've been trying to make it, man. It's been either me working or just being at the airport or other places where I don't want to be, but, you know, I'm here. So
where are they in from?
From Africa.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, journey. Not like Texas or something.
Yeah, so I don't know when I would see them again, and it's better that I spend time with them, and they will, you know, it's been fun. So
do you want to spend time with them, or are you doing it because you
No, I love. Hey, man, they're awesome.
Valid question.
Yeah. Hey, I would.
From Florida, and I'm so excited to see them. And then before we even get home, I can't wait for them to leave.
Yeah.
Well, if I didn't want to see them, I would have just done the live shows. I would have been a dick. But no, I am. I'm happy, man, and it's family because I don't really got a lot of family on my own side, so it's nice to have some type of family. So,
I totally relate to that. My girlfriend's family is basically my family, so I get that too. Anyway, we got 3 guests here. Do you want them to introduce themselves or anything?
I think everybody knows who they are.
Well, do they know who Stevie J is? They probably do, but he's never been on this show. The other 2 have.
That's true.
I don't know. I don't know. I know the name. I don't know. Stevie, pleasure to meet you.
Good to meet you, man.
And you guys both know Ryan or no? Scott and Stevie?
Yeah, I know Ryan.
I don't know Ryan.
I know Stevie.
Ryan's good to meet you too, bro.
Nice to meet you, man.
Pleasure.
yes, it is very nice to meet both of you. This is my first time meeting you. My name's Steven. This is my channel. I haven't been here in 4 weeks. That's
So
you guys forgot who I am.
So should we just do our favorite thing that we're vaping on, or 1 or 2 things or something instead of full buffets?
1 or 2 of that.
I think whatever's your favorite thing.
I'll start off with the new.
You suck, Scott.
V2. Yo, this thing is badass, man. This is the best flavor pod system that I've tried.
What is it?
The PAL V2 Artery, Tony B.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
Eric, right? Am I right? This is the best flavor pod there is.
Well, these 2 are head-to-head to me.
I don't think the Orion compares on flavor.
See, and I've had other people say the same thing, but the Orion Q, I should correct myself, because I believe the Orion Q has better flavor than the original. It took a few days before I realized that, but these 2, head-to-head to me. And I have the same...
I haven't tried the Q yet.
I have the same juice in this as I do this, and it's very... The one thing that gets me on this guy, and I don't know if my taste buds are just sensitive, because I got my mom one of these, and she doesn't have that problem, but I taste the drip tip. And otherwise, it would be probably better. I wouldn't say...
What do you mean you taste the drip tip?
I taste it. I don't know.
What does that even mean?
What does it taste like? A drip tip?
You taste the new plastic?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, wait, how do you fill that?
What, the PAL?
Yeah,
There's a little, like that little rubber snap right there.
Yeah, that's nice. It
looks like it's sticking the tip of it.
Well, you want to know, dude, the first, so it's a pain in the ass.
It looks like the Orion pod.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit.
Bill, what'd you say about wanting Scott to stick his tip where? You nasty mother.
You're the one who's tasted the tip, not me.
You said it would get rid of the taste.
Well played, sir.
Well played.
The tip would get rid of the taste?
To put it
The
up.
thing I don't like about the PAL is is changing the airflow around.
Yeah, that is a little bit of a bitch.
It's a pain in the ass to turn it. Been wrestling this thing ever since.
Who else? To jump on the new panels from Maddox.
Oh yeah. What about you, Ryan?
He's making panels.
I already ordered panels for my Orion. I'm waiting to see when my V2 gets here, and I'll order for the Artery as well.
Here we go with Bill not letting the guests talk at all.
He's got to get it in because he freezes 15 times a session.
He doesn't know when he's going to be gone, man.
Single cell mage with the rebirth. And the top side and the recurve are right there with it, but I'm vaping this more right now.
I've been hearing one of the people who works here have been saying awesome things about that fucking mage. I haven't got to try it yet. What about you, Stevie J?
Well, I'm actually vaping on my everyday right now, a Triad with a QP Juggernaut on top. That's my everyday, all day banger. It goes with me everywhere. Vindicator with a Trickster 25 on top, and the Bonza Mech with the Cali V2 on top of it.
Did Bill freeze? Bill's on his phone and he even freezes. Oh, wait. No, he just looks like he's freezing because we're just so used to it.
I told you, he's got to get it all in, man.
He's psyching you out. He's psyching us out.
Yeah.
So I got I'll just do 2. I got the top side with the Shogun. Since Scott already showed his PAL, this is another thing I'm testing out for review, is something Steve's already reviewed, but the Torque Kami.
Yeah, that's nice.
I don't know if I like the chipset, but he ain't really my
Chip
buzz.
could be
but
different.
yeah,
I agree.
Anyway, I won't show the other 10 things sitting here right now, but
Yeah, I've got more sitting on my desk too. I didn't go over.
I only bring 1 to the show.
That's all I need is 1.
Well, being a truck driver, I always have 2 or 3 different flavors with me all day long while I'm out, because I don't have time to pull over and just switch things out and re-wig stuff or change anything. So I always have 2 or 3 flavors.
So wait, what are you rocking, Bill?
I went my everyday, the Taiji mod with the Citadel on top. Still rocking a Colt V2 with the Day 1 on top. Just happy with what I got.
Who's got the Wicked?
I do.
mine's
I
on the
got it.
way.
Yo,
I'm actually about to show. That's what I'm using right now.
It's a good atomizer.
And also, I'm using my custom Mountaineer Vapes Lola Vihita V2.
Very nice.
Super nice mod. And this is the Illumide version of that.
I'm going to get another mod. I feel left out.
And then, I don't know, man. I'm showing one more, but I always like this mod. The Nicola Niagara V2 with the Convergent on top. So
I need to get
that's
a
my
Convergent.
everyday pocket. Yep.
All right, so I want to throw a topic out, and then I know Scott probably wants to talk a little bit about Squonk America, but I know you all haven't seen it. I know Ryan has. I know Stevie has. But the shit that went down with Vupu. So basically, there's this big UK 4 million subscribers guy who makes prank channels for kids. And the reason I wanted to bring this up is I actually have a personal story with the video. On New Year's Day, I wake up in the morning and my son, I hear he's watching some video. He's 12, right? Almost 13. But he's 12 and I hear this video and I'm hearing Vupu, Vupu, Vupu. And I'm like, yo, bro, what are you watching right now? You know what I mean? Because he knows that I vape, obviously. And I'm pretty open with him about it, but I also don't want my 12-year-old hearing about it from anybody other than me, right? He goes, oh, it's this prank guy that I watch. And I'm like, this prank guy you watch? So I start looking into it later that night after I bring him back to his mom's, and I saw that Vaping with Vic had a video up about it, but I also saw that the actual video. I didn't stop and watch it yet. I was trying to play it cool because it wasn't his fault. He chooses. I'm like, dude, I trust you. You don't need to put the kid block on. And he chooses to do that and still got to see this video. So I was a little pissed and I didn't want to show it off. And basically this guy is a prank guy, and apparently a majority of the people who are subscribed to his page are under the age of 18. A lot of them are between the ages of 10 and 15. Vupu sponsored him and sent his brother, who is also underage, who vapes, a free Drag 2 kit. So
they fucking can't do anything right.
I'm just gonna let.
Wait. His brother's underage and he got a free Drag 2 kit.
That's what's going around. I can't confirm that his brother's underage.
His brother's not. I've watched this guy's videos for years. I'm actually a subscriber of his, and I hadn't seen the video until I did the show with Thick Nick and Vaping with Ken, and we were talking about it there. And I went over and I watched it, and that guy's brother is well over age. He's like 19, 20, 21, because they've been doing these videos for years.
So wait, what's the prank? What is the prank?
Supposedly they put helium or something inside the tank, and it makes his voice change every time he vapes it. It's a total setup video. It doesn't make any sense if you actually vape.
Right.
Yeah, because it would come out. What is it? Well, wait. How's he putting it in his vape?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
That's why it's fake.
Yeah.
It has to be like negative so many 100 degrees in order for it to be in liquid form. So it would be theoretically impossible. So
yeah, because I was gonna
for
steaming before it hit the coil.
What?
Yeah.
come again.
What,
The
Bill?
problem with it is his channel is geared towards more kids, teenagers watching adult type pranks. Like he took his brother was asleep in the house, and he took thousands and thousands of Legos and spread them out all over the whole floor of the house, so you couldn't take a step without stepping on a Lego.
Bastard. It's like the worst.
I mean, shit like that. But
Yeah.
he after he started getting backlash on the video, he put age restriction on the video, and then there was so much backlash that they actually pulled the video.
And
And
that's
I don't know
the
if YouTube pulled it or he pulled it, but
for what the vape one.
yeah, the vape one.
There's some comments in chat going on about this, so I just want to bring some of it up. Fictitious, it's actually sad that it's true what he said, but Fictitious character said Vupu has children building them, so why not? Charlie said that he thought the Tony B thing was a bigger reason to say fuck Vupu. Let's see. Philly.
That goes way deeper than anybody knows.
Yeah, no, we know. Yeah.
When we're talking in Vegas, man, that thing bigger than
Wait, did
ever
Vupu actually send the guy the thing for the video, or did he buy it? It just happened to be Vupu.
I think Stevie knows the most about the video. Let's let him.
Supposedly, Vupu sent him the devices for the video for free as free advertising. And that's why I kind of get kind of wishy-washy on this, because I understand that that Vupu executives have people in these countries that try to explain something to them. But I think all Vupu looked at is, hey, this guy's got 4.4 million subscribers. His brother's a vapor. Let's start throwing stuff at him because, he's going to do a funny comedy skit about it. And that's all they were worried about. Now, once the skit came out, that's a different story.
Yeah.
The Chinese companies didn't understand what kind of humor this guy had. So
That's
I think kind of something lost in translation there.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Did they realize that he was going to make that type of video, you think?
I don't think they felt like he was going to go to that extent.
They probably didn't research his channel, just saw how many subscribers he had and said, okay, pull the trigger.
Do I think it's a real reason to, boycott Vupu like we did with Tony B and nobody do any reviews or anything like that? No, but I think it is a great time for us to send a message to Vupu to say, hey, you might want to start hiring people in these countries who actually know what's going on and actually familiar with the scene.
Yes. I think they need this better judgment of you just can't send your product to anyone for advertising because they could be doing something awful with it. I mean, something worse than this, Right. Especially someone who doesn't realize the current vape climate of kids trying to be the target of everything. They got to be very, very
They
weird.
don't know that. That's what he's saying. That they don't know that.
I know. Non-vape YouTubers or non-vape reviewers or whatever, non-vape users don't realize that. And that's something that Vupu has to do a better job on because they got to be aware of it for themselves and for the rest of, everything.
Vupu should certainly have somebody in their company that knows the climate of how vaping is. I mean, like the FDA in the U.S. People outside the U.S. don't know about that.
Yeah.
Nor do they care.
To me, that's exactly all that shows to me is that all Vupu cares about is money and getting their product out there and not giving a fuck after they get their money what else happens.
See,
They don't do anything to get their name back after what happened.
I understand the viewpoint that Steve and Stevie are kind of talking about, but I don't know. Watching my kid, and Philly commented that I should tell him about vaping before he hears the BS, and I have. He totally knows. But he also knows that, in my view, if you aren't trying to get off cigarettes, then you shouldn't touch it. And if you're under 18, you shouldn't touch it.
Agreed.
So I am more mad at Ben Phillips because he totally knew. He totally knows, right? But at the same time,
he's in the situation.
If Vupu would have come out with the press release immediately, I would be more along the lines of what Steve and Stevie J are talking about, kind of. But that's the reason that I hold them more accountable, is because they didn't immediately come out with a press release.
So they did come out with one?
No, they did. No, I'm saying they did not. As far as I know, they still haven't. As far as I know, about a week later, right? I couldn't.
I haven't
find
seen anything. Hey, Charlie said something in the comment. Kind of had something to do with this. He said, "So how do we feel about the vape industry in China saying fuck vape reviewers? We can have non-vaping youth-oriented content creators advertise for us." What is that?
That's a good.
What?
So he's saying that they're starting to say, well, fuck it, we won't send product to vape reviewers. We'll just send it to whoever has a big channel that vapes. And I know there's like an Instagram guy that started out as a vape Instagram and at some point switched to comedy, and he's got like a few million followers. I forget his name.
That kind of falls. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
You get these guys like what's the guy that's dipping all the time? That has all the candy?
Outlaw.
Yeah, Outlaw Dipper, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
I mean, he's starting to do vape stuff now too. Before he started doing vape stuff, he already had millions of subscribers. So you're seeing people who have nothing to do with this industry starting to gravitate towards this industry because of the money people like Rip Trippers are pulling.
Yeah.
I mean, and they look at Rip and go, oh, he's got 1.3 million and he's pulling this many. Well, he's pulling this much money per review or commercial, whichever way you want to look at it.
Commercial.
And they go, well, I've got 5-6 million subscribers. How much more money can I make off them? Because I can't advertise tobacco on my channel, but I can advertise vaping because we have vape reviewers all the time. So
I think the bottom line to them is this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's all about the money.
That's it.
Hey, you know who this reminds me of, that comment? You remember a couple, maybe month or two back when we talked about that one dude who had the vape pen on his channel, and we kind of talked about the video? Like, I feel like they would never send that pen to an actual reviewer because they probably would say it sucks, But, like, I don't know. They shouldn't send it to non-reviewers, in my opinion, because then people who are trying to get into vaping will see that, and someone could be reviewing a total shit product and be like, oh, this is great because they're paying me to say this is
great. Actually, that calls back to I spoke to Eric in the pre-show, and I had told him that I had a modder tell me, hey, I'm going to send you one of my mods, but I really want a good review. So if you can tell me you're going to review it in a good light and make it sound like a good mod, I'll send you a free one. And I told him that would be unethical. I can't do that to people in my community. So it calls back to that they're just sending these out for advertising. They're not sending them out for review.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to start becoming. They just want to get the biggest channel to put their product out, and then they won't even care about the honest review.
Yep.
Right.
Ain't that the truth?
Just wait till the day you see PewDiePie. Hey, this is the best vape ever.
Yeah.
I was just thinking
Imagine what they'll pay to have stuff put on his channel.
Fuck yeah, man. He's got like 80 million subscribers.
Yeah.
Well,
don't think somebody in his camp is not looking at it thinking, where can we make more money?
Oh, I'm sure. Somewhere.
Real quick, I wanted to point out we got a celebrity in chat. Stan, Tenacious TX Vapes is in chat.
Hello, Stan.
I like giving him shit, so there's that.
I've seen a couple of celebrities in chat, but they're all chat celebrities. They don't ever come on the shows.
Well, Stan's got plenty of his own shows he goes on, at least.
Well, I was talking more about We0609.
Oh.
He's kind of a chat celebrity.
Same with Fictitious, too.
Yeah,
Fictitious the same way.
And even Charlie and Louis Nicolette, they're chat celebrities. Philly.
Yeah.
But Philly makes videos, too.
Louis Nicolette just did a great high-end show with Tenacious the other night. It was a great show.
See, we need to really support our chat celebrities.
Yep. Well, Louie's been on here. I don't know if you were here for that, Steve. Were you?
I missed it, man.
Yeah, see? That's why you don't remember.
Missed my own show.
Yeah.
Throw it in there again.
All right, sounds like we're trailing off.
We actually had somebody who had better hair than Steve on the show.
Yeah, Louie had. Well, so does Ryan. I like Ryan's hair.
You have to have Phyllis on the show, man. She'll take over. You
Yeah.
guys will not speak a word.
I know. He
You
knows.
will not speak a single syllable.
So I think that topic's kind of trailing off. Do you, Scott, do you want to take the floor for a second, talk about what's going on with Squonk America? I heard you got the Wicked coming.
Well, it's now all the shipping from all the holiday lists. December was busy. I didn't expect December to be crazy, but I guess everybody wanted to get everything out. All modders and companies wanted to get everything out there. The PAL we were the first ones. We were only the third shipment that they made out of China. The 2 shops in the U.S. or to the U.S. I should say. The 2 shops to the U.S. and then the third one was to us. I expected this shipment to be held in customs for like 2 weeks, but it got here overnight, surprisingly.
So wait, it's the Wicked or Wicked?
No, this is the artery I'm talking about.
No. I mean, is it Wicked or Wicked? Because like,
it's the RDA is the Wicked. That's going to be
Wicked
this week, and we're going to have something special in the group. I think we're going to be the first ones to offer a new airflow pin.
Wait, will you sell them separately? Because I got the RDA already.
I don't know. However, he wants me. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say like who made it. He's keeping it like silent.
The Panda made it.
Huh?
The Panda made it, Scott.
Exactly. The Panda made it. So we'll just leave it at that. But Steve, I don't know if I'm able to. I'll certainly get you.
The only reason I ask is because like I got my review done basically, but if I could get another airflow, I'd put it in.
If I can get you the newer airflow, I will get it for you. You have my word.
Hey, Scott, if you could keep one on the side for me because I'm waiting on Ross, but I haven't heard anything back from him.
What do you mean, an RDA?
Yeah.
You know what to do. I won't remember, but I will tag you. So that's the thing. Like people ask me like I'm out on the road or I'm like with the wife or the family. Hey man, do you have can you add me to this or you have an extra one of this? I'm like, yeah, but you get a hold. Write to me later because I'm not gonna. You'll send me $35 and you'll never see a product because I won't remember.
Hey, I will say one thing about this RDA. If you thought the Iora was smooth airflow, man, this thing is right up there with that shit, man. This thing is like, it's up there.
The best part about that RDA is that you do not have to take the oil out to change the airflow.
Yes. Yep. That's really nice.
It's such a good option. And listen, the deck of the Day One and the Wicked is almost virtually the same.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Those airflow inserts make it completely different.
You know,
I just
picked up. I just picked up a Day One. Actually, it's coming in the mail tomorrow, so I haven't used it yet. But I guess I'm going to compare them. But see what's up.
You could make it the same, or you could make it different. Like
True.
It's your choice, and it's really my sweet spot is the 2-hole airflow.
Well, I spoke with the modder himself with this, and I told him the only things that there's a couple things that need fixed, and I hope they fix it. But I think he said before he sends out the next ones, they will be fixed. So
what were you going to say?
The O-rings are very loose, but other than that, I mean, it needs a locking mechanism. But that's like any RDA that doesn't have that, I say that. But that's not enough to not pick it up. Like that shouldn't detract you from picking it up. But because the cap will spin sometimes. But if you use the metal cap, you're cool. It's just the L-ring cap.
The rings are fixed.
Okay, good. Because I talked to him about that, and I was like, man, that's just the only thing that needs fixed is that.
We talked about that the other day, and it's being fixed for this new batch. In fact, that's why this new batch is being delayed.
Yes, because when I talked to him about it, he said that he was going to fix that. So I'm happy to hear that he actually did. Because that was the biggest thing.
He's one of these guys, the modder. I wish I could say his name, but I won't do it because I know he's very secretive about it. But
I think I know who it is.
He's had a good name, then he's had a bad name, and then this one just gave him like the top name.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin my review, but it's going to be a good review.
It's just a phenomenal atomizer, and another atomizer that I really enjoy still. But especially with the physical appearance, is this the black titanium basic.
Yeah, I was just using that earlier.
Really fantastic. I mean, on a Gloom, look at that. The black deck and the clear cap.
looks nice together, man.
It's just a beautiful, like, visually pleasing setup.
I got a review up on that. My YouTube link is below me. Thank you.
But for Squawk America, we got the bottles up right now. We got the we'll do the pals again once everybody gets them. The Wicked will be later this week. The Limelight 50/50 will be probably later this week, if not this weekend. Dahan was in the hospital. He woke up in the middle of the night in a lot of pain. Had to go to the hospital. He had like air in his lungs, or like extra air or something in his lungs. It's very common with taller, slim men. So he just got out of the hospital actually just a couple of days ago, but he's got his team working on getting these together and getting the doors cut and everything. So we'll see a list of however many units, probably 30, 40 units or something like that come this weekend, I think.
Trucking, sorry, I'm going to interrupt real quick. Trucking's asking why Ryan's being so quiet. Well, the reason why is when Scott talks, no one else talks. That's the rule.
You're the one who gave me the floor, dipshit.
I did. I know. That's what I said. That's the rule. We gave you the floor.
So I'm taking the floor, and I'm done now. So somebody else speak.
The floor.
No, Scott. I was having fun.
I don't want to speak anymore.
Hey, did we shout out Duke Nukem Vapes or Screaming Coils?
Shout out Duke Nukem Vapes and Screaming Coils. Yeah.
I want to shout some people out.
Chris Gallagher.
Vapor Swaggins. We got another celebrity. Truckin' Vapes, another celebrity.
Wagons.
Swags. Vaping Jackass. Oh, that guy. Oh, shit. Who else? Jordan Marie. Who else? We got? Cloud King Cody. We might have shouted some of these people out. I just want to make sure we.
Jordan
Alan Jones. Alan Jones in the building. Yeah. Is Dylan making caps for the Wicked, Scott?
Yes. Yep. You want me to speak?
You have permission. You have my permission.
Yes, he is making caps. He just got his Wicked today, actually. And he's going to make he's going to make a bunch of new caps now coming up. He's got a lot on the docket. Narca, Wicked. I think he just did the Prestige, which is a phenomenal atomizer. That I feel like that hasn't been talked about a lot, but it should be.
I want to get one.
Hey, hello, Phyllis.
You're not cool enough to have one?
Not yet.
Because you have that sticker on your hat. That's why.
How's that for a sticker on your hat?
Just call it like I see it, man.
How
about that game? How about that Philly game last night? Huh?
That was dope. That was dope.
I've never felt so bad for a kicker in all my life.
He got iced too, and he's the former Philly kicker. And it was funny. TVC said on their show last night it took an Eagle to win either way, because Cody Parkey used to be an Eagle.
They actually touched the ball. That report, I didn't know that last night.
How about the real story is this right here? That's all that really matters.
That's right. Indianapolis won.
Yep.
That's to both of you. I guess I need two of them.
Well, no, I'm not pulling for Indianapolis. I'm pulling for the Saints. But, yes, Indianapolis won last night. I'm glad to see Indianapolis actually getting back into it again.
Yes, it is great to see that.
Where's the Super Bowl this year?
Atlanta, or no, it's in Missouri. No, in wherever the Vikings play.
He's just going to say
Minnesota.
He was just going to say all the states until he got it right.
I knew it started with an M, but yes, Minnesota.
A dome?
Yeah, in the dome.
So, Ryan and Stevie, you guys, and Bill, actually, for that matter, you guys haven't got to talk a lot. I feel bad. So,
Bill, I can't even see you, dude. You look like a peanut.
No, his brain is showing again.
Bill, turn your phone sideways.
That's Christ.
There you go.
No, turn your phone sideways. There you go.
There he is.
Hello, Peanut.
Better. You're still sitting on the mini stool, but that's all right.
Robo Peanut Saul Bill.
There we go.
Steve, did you get the Wick Liquor, dude? The samples?
Yes, I did. I liked all of them, but the lemon one.
Dude, I blew through that freaking Boulevard like it was nothing.
Dude, that Boulevard is so good.
It is, dude. That's like.
Right
Here's the announcement. I'm now the exclusive distro for Wick Liquor in the U.S.
That's
Nice.
pretty awesome, man. They have great e-juice. I'm glad I picked it up.
I'm gonna get you when we do the next list, which should have a surprise on it. This next list, we're also gonna do their new line, that's Smash Club.
I can't say that I've tried. I've never even seen it. So
Nope.
It's a new line, Steve. That's what he just fucking said. Thank you.
oh,
Take
thank
it
you.
easy. All right.
Hey, it's my first day back, man. Come on, trying to get back in the swing of things.
Hashtag McNasty said, I thought trucking wasn't allowed here.
No, I like what I love trucking, stirring it up in the chat. Look at everybody; they're all talking shit to each other. I love it.
Oh yeah,
I love
Ricky
it.
Mahoney in the house.
Hey, can I bring up something? Me and We060 and I've been talking back and forth in chat a little bit about that new QP Designs Dragon Mods, Mech Mod, and Cali V2 kit that's coming out. I think I'd like to hear everybody else's opinion on it, but I think if you already own the Cali V2, and you paid only $60 for it, it's not worth paying almost $300 for a Mech Mod and another barrel and deck for the Cali V2.
Is that the only difference?
Yeah, it comes with a brass barrel and a brass top cap, and then a Mech Mod.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
is the mech mod nice looking? I mean, is it?
It's a Dragon Mod's Mech Mod, so I mean it's expensive,
Yeah.
but I just don't think it's worth the money.
It's a tube, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
21700 Mac.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
you
don't.
would think that maybe they would come out with a different design RDA for it. That'd be actually pretty cool.
Why haven't 21700s or 2700s hit the mainstream?
That's like all I use, man. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
all
why.
I use.
Yeah, but it's
I got a purge snarl truck sitting here. I got a Vindicator.
But-
I got a Boogie Mod.
But
Scott-
for the most
We're
part,
definitely mainstream at this point.
Scott's
I got a
saying,
detonator over here.
I don't talk to a lot of people who use
yes.
2700.
Scott's saying us, like we're all hobbyists, right? And the people we talk to a lot are all hobbyists, and I can vouch for that because here at the shop we don't even really we have 30Ts in now because they're gaining a little more traction, but we didn't even carry them for the longest because there was no demand for them.
That's what I mean. I'm curious. I don't use them. I'm 18650 all the time, but I don't know. People
For me,
that use
man,
them, well,
look,
they're not.
I'd choose this 21700 over a dual battery really every day, man. I don't know why. It's just I'd rather use 21700s every day, all day.
I probably
Why though?
the
What is it?
demand is for a box mod. The demand is for a box mod that is just a regular regulated box mod that takes dual 18650s, and that's what most people vape with a sub-ohm tank that aren't hobbyists. So that's probably why
Yes.
they're the most demand thing.
I agree with that. I would say that's on point. And for me, I think the reason I choose the 21700, I vape maybe 30 watts, 35 watts and below. So a 21700 probably lasts me almost all day, man. Like literally all day. And then a dual battery will last me almost 2 days. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, you know.
There's only two mods that I have left that use 18650s, and that's my all-day triad. And I get 2 days worth out of a set of batteries. And then I got a vaporized Nomad box that stays here at the house that has two 18650s in it. That's all I have left that runs 18650s.
Is dual ones, right? Because, I mean, that's how I like them too. Is
Mhm.
dual 18650.
This mod, Dominican,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love those.
the battery lasts so fucking long in this mod, it's ridiculous. Like, I can go 2 full days vaping at 65 watts with an RTA with the same 18650s that would last me 1 day in my ages.
I like both dual 18650s and single 21700s. So either of them make me happy. Either I won't do a single 18650. No fucking way in hell. But not anymore, at least. But
You don't gotta be a dick about it.
I only do single 18650s, and I'll put a.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill. Saul.
Hey, that's because they all vape regulated.
Have you
Pussies.
guys ever heard of the steam rocket?
yeah, it looks interesting. It looks kind of like the Rebels to me.
I got one on the way to me now. It's a regulated 21700 made in Canada.
I almost bought one.
Yeah, no, I got one coming to me right now.
Oh, okay, the squonk. Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know. People have been asking for regulated squonks. So who am I to deny them?
I'll buy one of those if you do a group buy on it.
Hey, have you ever heard of this thing? This obscure rare food chai? Only 1 million of them were ever made, man.
Didn't you get a
one of the lucky million, huh?
Yes.
Didn't you get a DNA chip put in that? Was that the one?
Hey, I was trying to do it, man, but it never happened.
Oh,
Then it would have been like super obscure.
I really got to pee. Not that anyone cares.
Perfect box for DNA.
In the coming days, too, you're going to see another popular member of the community come out with an 24 millimeter Addy.
Who is it?
You said in a few days.
Can't say it yet, but
I know. I bet you I know who it is if Scott knows in advance, but I won't say it.
Give me the initials.
Rip
I don't-
Trippers.
No, I can't remember his. Why can't I can't think of his last name right now. First name T.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
G.
A through Z.
You'll never guess it. If you don't know, you won't guess it.
I think it starts with an M.
Nope.
I'm trying to think of who's active in Squonk America that's also like well known in the community.
He's not real active in Squonk America. He's active with what he does currently.
William from BB Vapes or whatever his name is.
Do you already have the RDA?
No.
Oh.
No. It was just green. It was just green lit today for the first like 10,000 units.
Does it start with a B?
The Addy or the name?
The name.
No.
So the Addy does.
No.
No. A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Well, let's think
like a little new coming out. So that's just a little,
Let's think about this logically. Mike's already put out a bunch of new devices. Brian's done put out a bunch of new devices. Fagan's put out 2 new devices. It's Fagan's turn. He's going to put out a 3rd device now.
No.
Maybe,
Maybe.
gotta
Yeah,
say-
but that's not what I'm talking about.
Is
He
it
said,
me?
yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about.
I got to bring something up. Scott used the magic words, new. Did you see that new tank? That thing called the new, the disposable tank?
We got some here at Phoenix.
What are they?
Dude, the guy at my vape shop loves those things.
Yeah, we use them as our demo tanks now.
What are they?
They're disposable. Go ahead. You probably know better. I haven't even played with one.
They're just like a clear disposable mesh sub-ohm tank that like Jay tried to break one with a hammer and it didn't break. But they got like a little plug. It's pretty much like a pod, but it's a sub-ohm tank with a mesh coil in it.
And it's disposable?
Yeah.
Yep.
Solid drip tip that is not removable.
And what are they, like $10?
No, they're like $4.
Yeah, it's like a 3-pack for like $12.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, dude, that figure on top of the cabinet behind you, is it moving?
I swear I saw it move too. I was watching that just a second ago.
Is it alive?
What am I
No.
vaping on here, man?
What is it?
Moving it.
I don't know, but it's like, I don't know.
What's in my head?
It's like
If I
freaking-
tell you what it is, you wouldn't believe
that thing.
it.
It's his dildo, and it has 2 different legs
Is it a
to it.
Burger King
Yeah,
crown?
that would be an awkward dildo.
It's from Pornhub?
It's a Burger King crown. Oh, it's a light.
No, I'm
No,
talking about the thing
yeah.
over your right shoulder.
Yeah, the other thing. It looks
Oh.
like Captain America from far away.
Oh, yeah, Captain America.
Wonder Woman.
There you go. There you go. What is that?
Is it a trophy?
My old nickname.
Ah, the Joker.
Oh,
Yes.
that wasn't fun.
Nickname?
That was your nickname?
Dog,
Yes,
not
sir.
small.
Oh, I thought he said. I thought you
My
said.
old nickname is Joker. I don't want to share that story right now because
Mike
it was a horrible reason why I had that nickname.
Mike got excited in chat because I said dildo. Vaping jackass, Mike. Man. All right. Now we're talking about dildos and Batman, so I think we've
I got a question. Maybe a little debate, right?
yeah.
What's going to be the big thing in 2019?
What is going to be the big thing?
What systems?
Say it
Pod
again?
systems.
Pod systems.
I agree. I also
Keep it
think
100
and 18350.
birthday shake.
Yeah.
21700 mex.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say Mex. I wasn't gonna specify battery type, but I agree. I think Mex and pods. I also think not Steve, but
Oh man.
No, I said
cool.
the last show. It's gonna be it's all gonna be pods this year. Pods are 2019 are gonna be pods.
You think so?
well,
Yeah,
look at this.
Everything I know has a pod on backup.
This is the first what? This is the first time a reviewer's put out a pod system, right? As far as I remember.
Who put that out?
Tony.
Let me make a point. This is my opinion, so this might not be a point anybody else agrees with. But when I got a solid pod system, I stayed with it. If I get a solid vape product, I'm still buying more vape products.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. Because, shit, look. You know what I mean?
I'm the same. I love pod systems. I love pod systems, and everyone that comes out that new SX. Hang on a sec. What? Yeah. In a few minutes.
Better watch your tone with that woman.
Yeah.
He just whispered, "Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry."
She wants to watch The Bachelor. Sorry. I'm in the TV room. That's why.
And Scott doesn't want to be on that show, so we better hurry up.
No, I would go on that show in a minute. Make no mistake about it.
I was trying to take my wife into us going on Temptation Island, but no.
But wait, that show's ruthless. But yo, what I was gonna say was like I'm totally into pod systems, like 100%. Like the SX Mini Pod Mod, that thing coming out, that thing looks badass.
It does.
I've heard some good reviews. I've heard some bad ones.
So, Black Cat Whiteface said smoking will be huge in 2019. By the way, shout outs to Black Cat Whiteface.
Hey, you know what I noticed? I noticed that the single coil RDAs that have been coming out near the end of this year, they've been trying to get more like high-end looking and high-end-esque. So I kind of feel like going into this year, most single coils are really going to try to dial into the small batch, single coil type deal going on, because I picked up a couple off 3F Vape that were like trying to be high-end, and I feel like it's going to be that way going into the new year too. So
like the C-roll?
That and a couple other ones too, but yes, that's one of them.
Well, you gotta look at it like this.
Give up the high end and make their shit a little more affordable. You know, maybe not as much profit per unit, but selling more units across the board.
Well, you got to look at it like
to
this.
see that.
In the past 6 months or so, we've seen China's machining capabilities really come up.
Yep.
Their machining capabilities are getting better and better, and they're learning what the American market wants, which is nice, clean machining. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be nice and clean.
Yeah.
I agree with that, but I noticed one thing with all the single coil RDAs I got out of China. I noticed there's always like one major flaw that like I feel like a smaller company or smaller, I don't know, even something like the Wick, they had one thing wrong, but like I feel like there's multiple things wrong when I get the Chinese ones. So I don't know, man. Maybe they'll fix it up, clean it up, and they'll make some good.
You know, Gas Mods is very consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only problem,
you look at companies like QP. All their stuff's made in China. It's designed in Canada, but all their stuff's made in China. Broadside. I mean,
Mission XV.
Yeah, I mean, there is tons of companies out there that are machined in China, and their stuff is flawless and expensive.
Well, here's one right here.
Yep.
What is that? What is
the
that?
B2K.
The money shot. I'm just kidding.
For a low-end company, Watofo is pretty on point.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Honestly, I have the day one, and I love this thing, but I loved it even more once I got the slam cap from Dylan.
Is that T-Pain?
Completely improved it.
Teddy bender ass down.
I think what you're going to see a little of this year is the more private modders that we generally deal with, that I generally deal with, that we buy from. I think you're going to see them produce lesser expensive items that are going to be made in a factory.
They're gonna have to. Isn't that this? I mean, this thing's not a bad price. It can't be made.
That's like anything. Yeah, but I think that's Philippines.
This was Pandora wanting to make something more cost effective, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to get my hands on one of those.
See, they did a decent job on that, and I have the review up for that. But there's a couple things they really could have fixed on it. But
the chipset is one of them.
Yeah, I think they were trying to get kind of fancy. You know what I mean?
I think DNA pod systems are going to be big this year. The Orion led the way.
Well, yeah, they got to figure out what to do with all them leftover DNA 40 chips they have.
Yeah. DNA 40 in a pod. That's Jesus Christ. Well, the Go is 40, isn't it? The DNA Go?
Yeah.
That's 40. Yeah, that's 45. Never mind. Statement retracted.
I got to pee really, really bad, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm about to get up and do that.
Well, go right ahead, man.
See you later.
I want to hear what Ryan's a newer reviewer and his channel is really young. What do you think 2019 is going to bring in a younger reviewer's mind? What would you like to see?
Oh my God, put me on the spot.
Hey.
Well, we've been talking about it for 15 minutes. So.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, we talked about it on this channel last week. The last week's show, it was last week, right? Yeah, last week we were talking about it. 21700 mechs are going to be huge. I think single battery 21700 mods, like regular box mods.
Oh yeah, I've got the detonator right here. This thing is unreal.
Slimming down.
Oh, Stevie, hold that up again.
Oh, that's a badass mod right there.
How do you like that?
I fucking love this thing with the QP Designs Juggernaut Mini on top. This thing is an all-day banger.
Yeah, I've been looking into them actually. Myself and Bowen.
I want to get the V3 double barrel, but this was what the vape shop had, so this is what I bought.
What's that retail for?
Awesome.
What's that retail?
I think I paid $90 for it. Retail.
Hey,
they're $100 on their website. $90.
Philly Vapes makes a good point. Vupu is going to blow up this year. Great point.
Honestly, I think you're going to see if Scott knows what I'm talking about here. If Otis Design does what I think they're going to do, you're going to see the Orion blow up again.
I don't know
if they can get it done.
You know what? They had a big miss on that boxer.
Yeah, they did. But I'm saying if they do that, we build a mod for the Orion.
Yeah, but what are they going to do if the Orion, the DNA Orion, isn't made anymore?
True.
They're going to have to revamp all the designs they made, or not. I mean, or people people might keep those, and
people who still have their DNA 40s will probably snatch them up pretty quick. I know I will.
If they stay, yeah. Well, if they work long enough.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Well, it was only one. It was one batch that was the second batch they let out was the bad batch of those, and they replaced, I think something like 30,000 units they replaced.
Damn,
which is a big hit to their bottom.
Those removable pods for the Orions, I think that would blow up. I think that'd be great.
Oh yeah.
I think it would if they can nail it though.
So as Stevie J and Rebuild, this is the first time I've been on live with you. What do you guys normally vape? Like, what's your vape style?
I've got mech mods and regulated boxes and single 21700s, dual coil, single coil. I run everything.
My vape style is single cell or stacked mechs with a dual coil RDA, or I like to squonk single coil RDAs, profile included, but I like the recurve a lot as well. And as far as RTAs, I like, if I don't take a squonk out with me for the day, I'll take a single coil RTA out on a box mod. So I like dual coils on mechs and single coils on anything else.
Well, so it sounds like you guys are more. I mean, you guys like both. I just usually go single coil with regulated, but I've been trying to move into the mech into my reviews because I haven't really reviewed a lot of or any mech mods really. I have one that I've been wanting to review, but I haven't really got into it. So I was just wondering because everybody here seems to like mech mods for the most part.
I've been stuck on pod systems, man. To be honest with you, I've been stuck on pods.
The only thing I own that isn't mech is a pod.
Well,
everything else.
I vape on a little bit of everything, but my vaping style is a little different. The mechs don't leave the house. When I leave the house, it's the Triad with the Juggernaut all day long because I'm in the truck and I run RTAs when I'm in the truck because I don't have time to re-wick or change anything. It's a lot easier to just fill up an RTA and keep going down the road and not trying to drip and make a mess and all that other bunch of stuff.
So do you like sub-ohm tanks or no?
No, I don't use sub-ohm tanks. It's usually the Juggernaut Mini with the detonator and the Triad in the truck with me.
And that's it?
Yeah. Usually run 2 different flavors. I'm in the truck for about 8 to 12 hours a day. So.
But by the way, for anyone who cares, Clemson is stomping Alabama.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
31-16 or 31-13, something like that.
I'm a little shocked. I thought it would be a competitive game, but I didn't think Clemson would be. We'll see though. It'll be a close game by the end. I don't have a dog in the race or a horse in the race. Dog race? I'm not Mike Vick.
Well, getting back to the conversation, I think you're going to see a lot of higher end companies like Death Wish Mods putting out more affordable products like that new RTA they just put out. I forget what it's called. But yeah, I mean, you're going to see, and I mean that one's still a little expensive for most people. It's $95, but it's in a price range that I feel comfortable buying it and using it. And if I like it, take it out with me and not really worry that much about it.
Yeah, I think tubes might have a good shot in coming back this year.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, this Vindicator, woo, daddy, I picked this thing up and I haven't put it down.
You know what? Because you've seen a little switch, and Peasant once again sets the tone. And I don't know. I just think you're going to see a lot more. I think squonking is kind of on the down right now.
Yeah.
What do you think about single-sided airflow RDAs? Do you think that's going to be something that's going to be more into?
Sporadically, it might be.
Because it seems like a couple that have come out recently in the high-end realm have been single-sided airflow.
Maybe they'll have more like an optional single-sided airflow. You know, maybe that'll be more adapted.
Scott,
adopted,
I think Scott knows something.
He got quiet.
Scott, it's funny because Scott probably knows more than a lot of reviewers do about what's coming out.
Well, from the private sector, I do, but not, like
not from
Tony
the mass.
would know more that's coming from like, Mock or Aspire or, I think you're going to see some magic from Aspire this year. And by think, I mean we will.
I know who works there. I know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm surprised we haven't seen more magic yet.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
I agree with Charlie in the chat. Says Scott tells reviewers what to put out. I think so.
That ain't true. No way.
But I think you have your finger on the pulse of what's going on in the community more than most, because with the group buys, you know what sells and what doesn't.
Yep.
You have the numbers.
Yeah, no,
I think it would be fair as a modder. I would come to you and ask you what you think would sell better.
RDAs. Here's the thing and this mainly is like the Chinese companies that make that mass produce the RDAs. Any RDA, and I'm speaking more for us, but I think this also applies to your general consumer. Addies that have, I don't even know the right way to say it. Addies that come with a cap that have a big fucking offensive logo on them. And by offensive, I mean just large and just like there. You know what I mean?
In your face.
In your face, exactly. I think they don't sell. People don't want to, when you're going for like a look, you know what I mean? you don't want this big offensive logo on your cap. And I'm shocked that people still do it. I'm shocked about it. It doesn't work. But here's the other thing. Like, do you know how many, like I told this to Dylan so many times, and I think, what's his name? Squonk Donkey. I can't think of his name.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler did caps for the Pulse 22 and the 24, I believe. But if somebody stepped up and made 30,000 caps for the Pulse, retailers, they'd be gone. They'd be gone overnight because people, all the Addies that are out, the Recurve, the whatever, anything, you know, Tabino, if they had caps for all these RDAs that come out, they would get even more popular, and then the plastic would get even more popular, and then the you know what I mean? It's like the economy of vaping almost.
If you typically look at a high-end RDA, I mean, I got a couple. There's no logo on any of them.
Yeah,
and
that's my point.
If there is a logo, if it is, it's very well done. Like just one little, you can't really see it because it's black, but it's just one little thing.
Same
like
here.
But that kind of thing is fine. That kind of thing that blends in. I'm talking about like a black cap with big ass gold picture on it.
I know. That's what I mean. Like that's the kind of stuff people don't want it.
Vaping, do you see someone spend just as much money accessorizing their atomizer as the value of the atomizer itself?
That's my point. So if you see all these atomizers that come out that may be like this new one, what's the new one? What's the green?
The Rebirth. The Rebirth.
The Rebirth. Well, what's the grim green one?
The Goat.
The Goat.
Which I have a review on. My YouTube link is below me. Thank you.
I like.
Yeah,
throw that plug in there, buddy.
Where did you learn how to plug like that?
From
But
Steve.
like all those Addies, you know, if they had actual caps for them, because they could be made, right?
They would be a lot. They'd be a lot better looking.
They'd be a lot better looking, and I think they would sell a shit ton more.
They would.
You know?
But yeah, I think Chinese companies, they want their logos all over everything, though.
And you know who's smart
It's going to have the matching drip tip, the beauty ring. It's got to match the color of the mod.
Exactly. You know, like Albert with the B2K, he did it right. Like those caps, they weren't anything special, but they were available.
Yep.
Well, hey, let me ask a question.
Look at that Addy every day.
Since I have all you guys here at once, let me ask everybody the same question. Not as reviewers, just as regular vapors. Okay. What do you all think about the Goat?
I haven't used it yet.
So
I think it's way to.
I think the concept is good.
Now you're not reviewers. You're just regular everyday vapors.
What I think about the Go is that it is not for me, and I think it's a good idea for certain people. If I was at my beginning stages of vaping it all over again on sub-ohm tanks, instead of being so nervous about getting my first RDA, I would jump on that thing.
I would agree.
So,
Let me ask, what are the features of it?
It has a replaceable coil head like a sub-ohm tank, except for it's a dual coil anarchist wire that you spin in and thread in like a sub-ohm coil. And I would agree completely with what Ryan said. The thing that kind of irritated me, and someone commented on my review of it and kind of made me think about this, was the fact that they didn't promote it as such. Like, they did mention that it would be really easy for anyone, but they calling it the GOAT, greatest of all time, and the way they promoted it was in a sense that made it seem like everybody would love it. And it's not bad, like, flavor-wise. It's just not good either. It's very, very average. And the overall design of it is very similar to the Goon 1.5. I even pulled that out in my review and put them next to each other. And it's basically a Goon 1.5 with a replaceable coil head. Now, I think that's awesome, like Ryan said. I was also very nervous. Phoenix, the shop, when I was just a customer here, they tried for a long time to get me to switch to RDAs because I would burn out my coils so quick. And they're like, you can just replace the wick. And 2 years they were trying to get me to do that. And I was same thing, because I'm busy and because I was nervous at the same time, because everybody tells you you're going to blow up and shit, which is bullshit if you know what you're doing. And so back then I would have totally seen it as a beneficial product for me then, but now I don't. I can see totally it's awesome for people with disabilities as well who can't build, but the way they advertised it was pushing it as a product that everyone would enjoy, and I don't think it even comes close to even for a comparable price point, the Recurve or what's another cost
Pulse.
of the Pulse, even the
Sabino.
Tabino. Yeah, I should just shut up and let Scott talk. He got it. No, seriously, you're reading my mind. These other atomizers that are actually cheaper. That's what disappoints me about it. Is I think if they would have sold it more as this is for transitioning, I would have appreciated the product more.
But then look at the business side.
Train the atomizer.
Look at the business side, right? It's new and it's innovative.
Right.
Yes.
Curiosity will sell it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Being it's people transitioning and it's going to be people who don't have much experience with RDAs, I think they should have just renamed it the Dry Hit, because that's what's going to happen. It's a lot of people aren't going to know how to juice it, how to squonk it.
That's true too.
I think that's the easy part about having an RDA.
Well, I see two sides of it here. If the hobbyist vapor, like what we're considered, picks it up and it comes with 2 coil heads, hell, I can make a set of coils last 6, 7, 8 months with just re-licking them and cleaning them every week.
Right.
So I mean, there's a cost-effective side there for the hobbyist vapors.
But do you think everybody would think that way?
No, not by a long shot.
Right.
But then you also have the transitioning vapors, where it makes it easier for them to understand what the next level is above a sub-ohm tank of what you can actually go to and what you can achieve. Do I think it'll bring more people who are using sub-ohm tanks over to the hobbyist side? Yes, I think it will. I think we're going to see an influx of that this coming year. But is it going to help people stop smoking? No, that's what the pod systems and sub-ohm tanks and stuff are for.
And someone else did point out to me, and since we're on this topic, I would love to hear all of your opinion. But someone else propositioned to me, would this be something that might make it so someone thinks it's a lot easier to be, and they won't care as much about safety when they do move on to a regular RDA, and they're not properly learning their Ohm's law and stuff like that. What do you guys think about all that?
Well, I didn't even learn Ohm's law until I started watching stuff on YouTube.
Me
Because I
too.
was using sub-ohm tanks and regulated mods. And it kind of goes hand in hand.
I think
Also,
you
for
heard that
people
last
that
week
are
when
more
I
like
said
us,
that.
the hobbyists, how many options are they going to have for coils? Because I like my coils in a certain range, usually around 0.15 to 0.20. You know, how many options are they going to have? Are they all going to be 3.5, 4-ohm coils? You know,
That's a good point. That's a good point.
See, I just think it'll bring more people to rebuildables. Kind of feel like you'll get into realizing what ohms you need to be at and what power you need to use on your own. But I know when I started, I didn't even know any of that either. I was just like, why is this so high? How come I can't get it lower than this? And then I figured it out. So it's like,
Willow said, "Wait, we're supposed to be changing the coils."
Well, I mean, you start figuring out when you're running, you know, a 200-watt box mod and you keep hitting dry hits. Wait a minute, something's wrong. I'm vaping too high.
Well, you know what happened to me was I had DNA devices, and like every time I'd wrap a coil, it would be like 0.8, 0.9, and I tried to vape it at a certain thing, and it would say ohms too low or something. It would just say ohms too high, and it would be like, don't do that. So then I had to learn, like, that's not gonna work.
I have never built a coil ever.
I have, but I don't anymore. But
Once.
Yeah, I don't anymore either. I'd rather just pay $15 for a set of coils.
Exactly. Or
Yeah.
11 in the group buy in Squonk America right now.
apparently Scott can shameless plug too.
Or you can go Vapahawk.
But you know what else? I just thought of this, that because I know something's being cooked up by an evil genius we all know. But I think I know that the Boro tank is going to become bigger. I mean, and by bigger, I mean in popularity and in size.
Ooh, 30 millimeter?
Oh,
No.
he's 28,
Yeah,
28.
nice.
Give or take.
Everybody's going to buy all new bridges. Shit.
Now, some popular heads are in the works of making a longer lasting boro tank. Let's call it.
Interesting.
I mean, honestly, I would have liked to have seen the PAL V2 reuse that burrow tank. I would have loved that. The original PAL had the burrow tank. They just did it in a shitty way.
Exactly.
If they'd have done it the second time, I think it would have been better.
But for what I'm talking about, it's two beautiful minds that are working together to do this.
See, and
two beautiful minds.
I agree with Truckin just said in chat, I hope they focus more on the smoker trying to quit, not the seasoned vapor. I agree. I mean, pod systems are becoming popular, but I really do hope, just as an industry as the whole, that we don't lose sight of that.
Let me ask you guys on that topic. Do you think all the struggles and all the bullshit the FDA gives us and people read and moms and dads telling the younger generation, like, stay away from that, you think that's going to negatively impact us? Because I do.
No, because my parents said stay away from drugs.
Same here, and I was an addict.
What kind of show you think this is?
Yeah, I mean, how many of us on the panel were former addicts? I know at least, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think parents.
His stash that was in the drawer.
I think 80% of the community. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think parental opinion's not going to really affect it.
Well, not only I'm not just saying parental opinion. I'm just saying discouraging people that want to get into it.
I think people around the same age as them. Yeah, I don't think maybe younger smokers, no, but older smokers, yes.
Do you guys make it a point, like if you're walking into like Dunkin' Donuts or the drugstore or whatever, like, and someone's outside smoking a cigarette, do you make it a point to like go out there and like take a couple of puffs on your vape?
Yes, I do.
Here in the western part of Virginia, we don't have anything called Dunkin' Donuts.
In brutal honesty, you know what? I think the FDA is their worst enemy, because we discussed this a couple of weeks ago, that there was a huge spike in teenage vape use. And it actually coincided with the FDA releasing those commercials saying don't vape. And
so then that's a positive impact.
Well, I have a different view on this. I have a 14-year-old son that's an 8th grader in middle school, and he has told me that there's a few kids in his school that vape. Okay, middle schoolers, 6th, 7th, 8th grade.
Like Juul, or like? Yeah,
they've got like Juul pods and stuff like that.
We'll comment on that.
Now, wait. Now, I talked to my son again last week, and we talked about it some, about the kids vaping and stuff. And he said none of them do it anymore. None of the kids think it's cool anymore, so they've all quit.
What did he say? Why?
Hey, you know about the Juul? They're trying to like change their
image.
Because I heard an ad on the radio that was like basically just targeted towards adults. So I feel like they're at least trying a little bit to not make it.
Yeah, they're running those ads here too.
Yes. They were like talking about like, have you ever tried to quit smoking?
Right.
They also fucked us and told the FDA the reason they were pulling flavors on their own is because flavors don't help adults quit.
That's not, they can't do that, man. They shouldn't.
That's been pandering to the FDA.
Yeah, wait a minute. All Juul did was cut out the middleman. Juul said, okay, FDA, we'll pull all the flavors from the store. We'll make it to where the only place people can buy flavors is from our website. So we don't have to sell them. We don't have to sell them wholesale anymore. We can sell direct to the public and keep all the money.
That's true. That's a very good point. It was also a business move.
Them pulling out and whatever they did with the FDA and whatever they were doing benefited them more than it did anybody else.
That's true.
They just turned a profit huge.
Who owns Juul?
Pax Labs.
Pax Labs.
And now
who owns Pax Labs?
Well, some cigarette company just bought a stake in it, right, Ryan?
Yeah, they've had the company up for sale for a year since all this FDA stuff started.
That's where I'm going.
They have quite a few offers.
You're going to see the tobacco companies starting to buy these companies.
Juul.
Oh yeah, you're going to Philip Morris.
Let Ryan talk.
Juul split the $2 million between the 1,500 employees, averaging $1.3 million per employee, and the employees are going to be getting paid that money in dividends as they work there. to keep their employees loyal, I guess.
Gotta go work for them.
Yeah, no kidding.
No shit.
Jesus.
So wait, if cigarette companies start buying all these like pod type devices, I mean, don't you think they should be kind of boycotted?
Well, I'm already boycotting cigarette companies, so
Yeah. And it's Altria Marlboro who Charlie said at the real Stevie J, Altria bought the minority stake 35%.
yeah. I mean, Philip Morris and all these companies, they don't want to get rid of us. They see it as a way for them to get out of tobacco and into something else where they can have the same product and still make the same amount of money. So
Yeah, but if that was the case,
they're wanting to get us built up more so that they can walk in and start buying stuff.
Yeah. That's true. Then they don't have to do the investment of customer acquisition.
Mm-hmm.
that's true. Yep.
I mean, because
honestly,
we already have distribution set up. We already have a whole network set up of stuff coming from China and flavors and all this other stuff. So all they have to do is come in and start spending some of that money they got in the bank.
So let me throw devil's advocate to the wind on this one. So if we can look at a silver lining on this, if tobacco companies are buying vape companies, okay, doesn't that mean that the government will start to back off of the vape companies because now it's owned by big tobacco?
That's what I was just going to say.
No, and I'll tell you why. The FDA will not back off.
Tobacco companies would not spend $20 billion or $12 billion to shoot themselves in the foot. I don't see that happening.
The FDA will not back off because it's Big Pharma pushing the FDA, because Big Pharma wants to start using vape devices and vaping to give people medications and stuff instead of giving somebody a pill they can crunch up and snort. And that's how they're pushing it.
But that's what I'm saying. It's going to start backing them off of vaping if they're going to be using it for ulterior motives.
It depends on who can liquidate faster and buy the companies faster.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. That's all it depends.
I mean, honestly, you know, the next target they're going to go after, if anybody knows vaping really well, is Elysium Labs. They're fucking huge.
Well, yeah. I'm really surprised that one of the big tobacco companies hadn't swooped in and bought Vibio yet, or tried to.
Which we are a distributor of, so that would suck.
They're huge.
If somebody comes in and buys Vibio, they've got the entire industry by the short and curlies. I mean, because everybody makes their juice with Vibio.
Yeah, our juice is made by them.
If Big Pharma, if one of the big pharmaceutical companies or even one of the healthcare companies comes in, or big tobacco comes in and buys up Vibio, it won't matter what the FDA says. They'll do whatever they want. You know, and we'll have whatever flavors they want us to have, period.
Yeah, they're like Naked. If you look into it, Naked's parent company is 50% owned by Big Tobacco.
Yep.
There's a whole bunch of them like that, actually, and it's pretty sad.
I agree with Fictitious character. He actually made a comment, and that is, if the tobacco companies do get into the vaping industry deep, how many secondary ingredients are we going to find in vape juice?
Right. Yeah, that's one of the worries I have. Do they want to make it even more addictive than it already is, like they did cigarettes? And that's the problem. I mean, the nicotine in a cigarette is not the problem. It's the other 5,000 ingredients that are sprayed on those tobacco leaves that are the problem. And all that's there to make it more addictive so that they can sell more product.
If I could make my own, now if tobacco starts buying up all the vape companies, if I can make my own juice, I'll still vape. But if I can't make my own juice and I'm stuck with tobacco company, I'm done vaping.
Me too.
Yep, I agree with that.
I think the best thing, this is off topic, but the best thing to help quit smoking are salt nicotine.
If used correctly.
My opinion. Anybody who asks me, hey, what can I use to get off smoking cigarettes? I say get a low milligram salt nic.
I would say like a 18 milligram freebase in a pod, because it has more of the throat hit.
What I do when somebody asks me what they should do to quit smoking, I walk right in the fucking convenience store and buy them a Juul. And I know that sounds really bad, but I buy them that jewel pack that has all the different flavors in them. Pick you a flavor, run with it, come back here and buy more. And I know that I know people are going to down me for that, but it's about getting. Juul has it nailed. They can get people to quit smoking and use their product like nobody else in this industry. And if it helps somebody quit smoking, I'm sorry if I'm supporting the company everybody doesn't like, but I'm also supporting this person that I'm helping quit smoking.
Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's true.
I agree. I mean, my son wanted to start smoking when he was 16 years old. I showed him my vape, and, you know, he didn't really want to vape. And I told him, you know what? If you're going to smoke, I'd rather you do it in front of me than behind my back. So I bought him his first pack of cigarettes. He smoked for about a year, and then I got him on an old VMAX, and he started vaping. He's been doing that ever since. And he doesn't do any nicotine in his. He just does zero. I believe he's still here in the chat.
Fictitious character said, if the Juul was available when I started, I'm sure I wouldn't have climbed down the rabbit hole.
Same.
I mean, this rabbit hole that's got me setting like 6 mods and atomizers and everything all over my desk.
That
like 10 bottles of juice, you know.
Yes.
Ryan and Steve, you two are the youngest here. Was the Juul out when you guys started vaping?
You can go first, Ryan.
Maybe not the Juul, but something very
Like
along those
the
lines.
blue cigarette or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna. The blue was there for me too.
Yeah, the blue. That's what it was. But I wasn't really interested in that. Like,
No.
my first vape was just like a tube mod.
Wow. Your very first vape was a tube mod?
Yep.
Like a mech or like a smoke stick?
No, not a mech. Sorry.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
The fucking regulated little stick.
Okay.
I got one of those AIO pins, and then my next one was after that I got a Nautilus, and then Kangertech. What was that one that was competing with the Nautilus? Or it was Kangertech the Nautilus? I don't even fucking remember anymore. No, Aspire Nautilus. There was the Kangertech one that was very similar. That it was like, oh, this one or this one. Every shop I went into. Shit, I don't remember anymore. I have it at home somewhere. And then I used an iStick forever, the one that did like 10 watts. And then they came out with the one that did like 30 watts, and I was like, yeah, 30 watts? Shit.
See, here's the thing. When the blue cig was out, every time I would hit it, it felt like it just died. So I was like, dude, this thing sucks. So then I ended up smoking again. And then a dude I worked with was like, here, try this. And it was the E-Leaf sub-ohm tank. So I was like, okay, I'll try that. And I tried it, and I liked it. But I was like, man, this shit's flavor sucks. So then I moved to a rebuildable, and then from there I'd moved to everything else. So
yeah, it took me. I first started vaping in 2012. I went back to smoking about a year later. And then I stayed committed starting in like 2016, 2015, and it wasn't until around a year ago that I really fully switched to rebuildables. I had tried it out a couple times, but it was like, this is too much work. I was managing campaigns at the time, and it was just too hard. I was so busy, and I was like, fuck, I don't have time for this. So I stayed with sub-ohm tanks, and I actually really liked Joytech's K-Pen. You guys, I don't know. Everybody remembers that. It looked like a dildo.
Yep.
I enjoyed that. I don't know why. And then I didn't really fully commit to rebuilding until like the last year.
Well, I'll show my age. I started out on a Cigalite called a White Dragon. It was a little cardo that you had to put 2 drops of liquid in it. And while I was at the vape shop picking up my juice, one of the guys turns around and says, I'm going to show you how to build a real vape. And that was when I got my modded mini Streamlight with the atomizer built out of the freaking flashlight head. And I never looked back. It was mechanical all the way ever since.
When was that? 73?
Around the same time it got patented.
Were people riding in horse and carriage?
late 2008, early 2009, somewhere around there.
Charlie said, "Did you use aquarium foam, Bill?"
Yeah, they did use that that aquarium foam in those little things. You had to stuff a little piece down inside there. That sucked.
That's funny. All right, it is.
Foam from the fucking fish tank filters.
It's 7:30, guys. Do we want to? Don't even do it, fucking Steve. Don't you fucking do it.
10:30.
10:30.
Oh, Ryan beat him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you. 10:30.
Do we
Actually,
want
10:29. Actually.
In the real world, it's 10:29.
Yes. Eric's always on some fake diluted time. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Bill, back me up here, Bill. Come on.
Hey, I'm seeing 7:29 all day here. I'm seeing 7:29.
Yeah, but you're in Vegas. You're in Vegas. It doesn't count if you're in Vegas.
I figured your clock just freezes on a certain time and you never know what time it is.
There's no time in Vegas.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, so time doesn't matter.
No, what happens in Vegas ends up on YouTube.
It's called a vlog. Anyway, I was gonna suggest doing sign-offs. I know.
Yeah. Let's call it.
I got shit to do.
Yeah, right.
I got shit.
I got 31 PMs to answer, so thank you.
Everybody for extra arteries.
Well, since you, Stevie J and Rebuildable Ryan, you guys can go first to the sign-off since you're our guests. And then Scott, too.
Scott's a guest, but not really. He's kind of a
he's like a fill-in. He's here all the time.
I'm a fill-in. Fill in for you on your own channel.
Yes.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Ron.
Sweet spot.
All right. So I just got a new tripod and a new camera in the mail, so my reviews are gonna have better quality at this point forward. I got a Jenna review, 502 review, and like 4 or 5 RTA reviews coming up. So once I get my camera tomorrow and all that set up, I'll be starting to slam out those reviews. So you can find me over at Rebuildable Ryan on YouTube. And everybody have a good night. Thanks for watching.
And his URL is right below him, ladies and gentlemen.
Unless Bill moves.
Or unless another bill appears.
Yeah. Go ahead, Stevie.
I don't really do YouTube. I don't really promote anything. I have an Instagram. I have a YouTube, but they don't really have a whole lot on them. I'm just me. I just like coming on the live shows and having a great conversation.
Good chatting, Stevie.
Good to meet you, man.
Meet you, bro.
Yeah, it was nice to have you here, man. Both of you got
anytime. I mean, Eric knows. All you gotta do is hit me up, and if I'm free, anytime.
Come join the. You in Squawk America, Stevie?
Do what, Scott?
Are you in Squawk America?
No, I'm not.
Get in there, man. I bet Stevie could start a good debate in some of the posts.
Yeah, he would.
More than likely. I promise I can.
Yeah, do that. No drama, but start some shit. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll drag Willow with me, and then you'll really have your hands full.
There you go. Yeah, get in there. Get in there. Love to have you. What? Is it my turn?
I guess. We're going to make Steve go last.
Always.
Scott was waiting for Eric to give him permission to speak.
Yeah. Am I clear? Good speaking to all you guys. Stevie, Ryan, pleasure meeting you guys. Anybody in the chat, thanks for joining. Squawk America, get in there. Some good stuff this week. This year is going to be big.
And he gets you the shit lots of times quick. And he gets you the stuff lots of times quicker than the shops have them.
Yeah, and anybody, it doesn't have to be what we have in the group, like in a group list. If anybody, watching, listening, anything, needs anything that they see, they might not know what to do. I'm always available for a chat, can get you a lot of what you need, I'd say. So yeah, hit me up anytime.
Go ahead, Bill, before you lose internet.
I've been going pretty good all night.
As he slows down.
Yeah. Check out Cooper's Vaping View on YouTube. Ryan, Steve. Are you guys fucking with me now? Ryan, Steve, Scott, thank you for being on. You guys are awesome. Thank thanks to Eric for handling the back door here and the back of whatever it is.
Backdoor Eric.
I'll always handle your back door, Bill.
All right, let's keep it clean.
Thank you everybody in the chat. You guys rock.
All right.
Go ahead, Eric.
Thanks. Thank you again, Ryan. Even though you didn't get to talk a lot because we're all loudmouths, including me. I know I am. Steve, you and Steve aren't, and I wish I was more like you guys and actually respectful towards others, but I'm not. So, thanks, Scott and Stevie, for joining as well. Bill, thanks for not robo-billing the entire time. Bill's link is below him in case you guys want to find it. Mine's below me, right about there somewhere. Go ahead, go subscribe to that. Steve's. Oh wait, I can't put my finger on Steve's camera.
Where's mine?
Oh, you what?
You
Oh,
don't give us Squonk America link?
it was on the flyer, but I guess I didn't put it in here. I'm sorry. Just
It was on
YouTube's.
the flyer? That's what you're going to give me?
Oh shit.
I'm just kidding.
YouTube search Squonk America without the A, and you will find it very easily. But yeah,
Facebook, Squonk America, find it.
it is 7:34, so I am signing out.
10:35.
All right. Well, over here in Eastern Mountain Time, it's 10:34. Okay, I'd like to thank our guests, and it was nice to meet both of you guys tonight, Mr. Rebuildable Ryan and Mr. Stevie J, and as always, Mr. Scott McCann. It was nice to see you again. Yeah, check out Squonk America. Check out Ryan's channel. Thank you, Stevie J. Where can I meet you at? Anywhere else?
I'm on Instagram, Rusted Vapes on Instagram, and that's about it.
Okay, I'll see you there. And, and I'd like to thank Backdoor Eric because he takes care of all the backdoor stuff. And then Mr. T-Pain over there at Williams Vaping Video. But yeah, just put out my top 10 video of the year, and you guys can go check that out on my channel. And yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for coming around and watching us.
I just got to say, Cloud King Cody said Eric is backdooring it with the taste of the tip in his mouth. And on that note, it's 7:36. Goodbye.
Oh.